Sunita, welcome in. And I figured instead of trying to record on my phone again and this thing, why don't I just click the button and just go live? So I hope everybody can hear me okay. Hi Ola Joy, hi Mara, welcome in. So it's just gonna be a quick one because I know at 9 o'clock Dawn and Margie are going to go live, so I'm going to try to make it quick. The next step to my project, have any of you guys figured out what I was doing yet? And you guys can hear me okay? Well, Mardi Gras is coming up, and I figured we'll just try to make up my own little gnome. So, basically, long story short, hi, Trini, welcome in. Oh, I didn't switch. Sorry, I look like death. I didn't put no makeup on today. But anyway, what I'm doing for Mardi Gras is, this is gonna be the top of the hat for my gnome. And what I try to do is a Mardi Gras crown. This is the way it goes. I don't know. I think it looks right. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, long story short, I'm gonna go ahead and switch the camera over, and it's only 9 rows, but you have to make 3 of them, so it is what it is. Let me switch, and I'll be looking here. So I don't need me. I know, but my bags are really deep and dark. Anyway, welcome in. Hi, Drini. Hi, Dawn. Oh, no problem. You eat something because we're gonna head over to your house once I end this live, because I have it set up to, you need a right over there. But anyway, I'm going to be using scrap yarn, and you just need these 3 colors: yellow, green, and purple. And if you saw step 1, you had to make the crown, which was this piece here. But I'll have to make another one because I already did it, so I can take a picture. But that one was a little longer because I did it under here, and but that was only 8 rows as well. So, and my phone is glitching, I don't know. So long story short, which color should we do first? You guys pick, because it doesn't matter. All 3 have to be the same. So I'll just move everything out of the way, and I'm gonna stick with the 3.5, or no, what is this, 3.75 hook. And I'm gonna try to be my own magic hand. So purple, look it, thank you. So basically, this is gonna be, I say it's easy, but it is what it is. And this is my mouse pad, so I know don't go past the eyes. Look at the tongue. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start with a magic circle. And I didn't type out the instructions. Magic circle and 4 single crochets. Saved by the eyes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do 4 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and the last one is 4. So then you're on row 2, and you should have a little like button here. Just wiggle it out so it can pop out. There we go. And this little tail here, I'm going to use it as my stitch marker. Okay, next rows up until row, actually here's my recipe. This is all you're doing. Make 3 in yellow, green, and purple. Start with the magic circle, 4 single crochets, then you do a 4 single crochet row, and then you're just gonna add 1 more to each row until you get to row 6. Okay, so we are on row 3, which is 3 single crochets and then an increase. So remember, you just came out of this one, so it's the next one over. One, 2, 3, and then 4 is going to be in that one, but you're going to add 1 more next to it in that same stitch, so you should have 5 in this row. Okay, move my yarn over and just keep going. I like to count in my head. This yarn is very splitty. Stay in front of the eyes. This is 5. And you're just going to increase in this last stitch. Sometimes using a different color stitch marker might work too, but do whatever helps you. I like to look for the increases, and that's when I know to put 2 more in there, or just count, whichever is easier for you. Hi, Dawn. Oh, let's fix that. This is 6. and 7. So I'm already at row 5. So we're going to row 6. Three. Hi, Royalty. I did, and the steak was so delicious. Thank you. And 8. So we're at row 6, and you should have 8 stitches. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and bring in another color. I'll just use this scrap yarn. Because what I'm going to do is that little bit of tail that's left, I'm just going to crochet over it. And you should have 3 rows of 8 single crochets. What are we working on? We are making the little Mardi Gras gnome hat. It's this little contraption thingy here that I made. So you have to do part 1 or step 1 of the crown first, and then we're working on these little things here. Oh, sorry, I'm out of the frame. Oh no, I just pulled that out. Hold on, let me fix this. I don't know. Is that? I guess you don't need me up here, but I do need to stay up because then you can't hear me. Let's just do solo. How about that? Can you guys still hear me? You don't need to see my face. So that little tail that you had, just stick it in there. You're going to use that for stuffing. Basically, they're going to be like little finger covers. And it should curve just a little bit because you're increasing on one side. Kind of like that. So we did 1 row already. And at this point, where'd my white go? I'm going to do another row of 8 single crochets. Eight. It's falling apart. Do 1 more row. All right, so what I'm going to do is just slip stitch in the next stitch, fasten off, and you don't necessarily need a long tail because you're going to go ahead and join them all together once you get all three done, and then we'll crochet in the round. So this tail that you have, just use this as your stuffing. You don't need to necessarily stuff this with fiber fill. So that's it. That's what it should look like. A little finger. Your finger glove. So then we're going to do the same thing for a green one and a yellow one. That took me 20 minutes to do that. All right. Since green is right here, start all over. And I can put this recipe out for you guys if you want to see it. Magic circle, 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 2 is 4 single crochets. Sorry guys. Who knows what Mardi Gras lands on this year? 1, 2, 3. Last one is 4. That's right, Mara. March 4th, which is also my son's birthday. All right. Row 3, 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then increase in that last stitch. 4, 5. Row 4, 4 single crochets and an increase. 1, 2, 3, last stitch is an increase. That's 5 and 6. And it should be curling up. You can just pop it out. Next row is row 5, so you can do 5 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one you're going to do an increase, which is 6 and 7. Okay. Okay, so row 6 is 6 single crochets and an increase. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last stitch is an increase, 7 and 8. Okay, so now you're going to do 3 rows of 8 single crochets. Well, technically 2. So I'm going to count, oops, sorry. I'm going to count to 16. That was 8. Hi, Mona. 13. Last one is 16. I'm going to do 1 more row. And you'll just do, well, I like to do 7 single crochets and then slip stitch in the last one. 1, 7, and then slip stitch in this last one. Just press it off. And whatever tail you have left. My thumbs are too chubby for the only 4 single crochets. Well, technically you could do 6 if you want and just go from there and just keep going until you get, but the only thing is you want to just have 8 at the end because the crown you ended with 24. So basically when you get to 8 single crochets, just keep going until you get 9 rows. So that'd be 6, 6, 7, 8. So you only go to row 4 and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 8 single crochets. So just gotta wing it. Does that sound okay? So I'm just gonna stuff this. This one's gonna be stuffed a little bit more than this purple one, which is fine. See, the tension is a little bit different for both, but they're not going to be the same. So, I mean, if you can make it the same, more power to you. Basically, this is the purple. We got to do one more, which that was even faster the second time around. I already made the purple one, working on the green one. Okay, cool. So we're going on to the yellow one. But the yellow one, you're not going to, once you get to your third row or whichever row, the last row, don't fasten up because we're going to connect them all together. Oh, I'm not in frame. Jesus. Two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3. Last one is 4. I gotta pop it up. Thank you, everybody that's hanging out with me today while I do this. This is going to be uncut version. I can play some music if you need it. It's 3, 4, and 5. Sometimes when it gets too tight, I kind of start over, but we're just gonna go with it. We've got 20 minutes, yes. One, two, three, 4, 5, and 6. See, it's when it gets like that, I kind of start over. Let me just start over. You guys keep going. I was crocheting too tight. Hi, Rebecca. And 4. Sam, welcome in. What's the gnome for March? Well, actually, I'm going to make 2 gnomes for March. But this one that I'm working on is going to be for Mardi Gras. And today is part 2. Well, this is part 2 of my Mardi Gras project. I'm making these little horns. And then part 1 was, or step 1 was the crown, which was this. But you can check it out. All right, so that was row 1 and 2. I'm going to go ahead and work row 3, which is 3 single crochets and an increase. I need to have a serious chat with YT. They're not notifying me of my lives. Oh, well, this is kind of a pop-up live. I scheduled it last minute because I didn't want to wait to come home to record. You could probably hear Alex's phone. And plus, the part 1 that I did today, that took me 3 hours to upload. And that was a 20-minute live, or 20-minute video. I think it was 20 minutes. Oh, so it's your fault then. Yeah, sorry. All right, so that was 1. I can't see it. I'm covering the instructions. Six, 7, and 8. Oh, Rebecca, you wanted a funny. Let's see. The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She still isn't talking to me. He did that on purpose. All right. So now that I have 8, we're just going to do 24. Well, single crochet 8 times. 8 single crochet 8 in the next 3 rows. So 16. One more time. All right, so that's 24. See, so they all don't look the same, but you know, you gotta stuff it with your tail. It doesn't have to be stuffed that much. I feel like I can go one more row in this one because it doesn't look the same height. Or is it? That's about the same. All right. So with this next row, what you're going to do is just basically, this is, I just made it up as I go. Hi, Cindy. Welcome in. Just stuffing this in. So what you're going to do is, you see how it curves a little bit? Wherever the increase is, you kind of like make it so that it curves opposite ways. And this is going to be right in the middle. So you can take the last color that, oh, thank you. No worries. Basically, you're just going to join the backs to it. So take this one and just slip stitch. And then you're just going to single crochet 8 around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to join this last one. Kind of just just crochet around this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to slip stitch this to the yellow, and then crochet 8 or 7, whichever. Slip stitch, and then go around the. On the yellow one, did you do a slip stitch like you did? You can, but I don't think I did. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so now you have this big old hole, kind of like there. What I like to do is just kind of close it up. But again, you can use a needle if that helps. Slip stitch that together. Looks like I can do one more time. Oops, sorry. All right. Basically, that's what you have. And then you're just maneuver it. Did I miss this whole section? Wait a minute. Why does that look weird? Did I not crochet this? I can't remember. I'm just going to go one more time. This time you're just going to go around this whole section here. This one. So you just still have 24 stitches in the round. I'm just making stuff up as I go, so don't. Yes, you did crochet that. Okay, well, let's do it one more time. Okay, and we're just going to slip stitch to this, and you should have 24. I'm going to fasten off with a little bit of a longer tail because we're going to use this to sew into the crown. Okay, so that wasn't in my notes, but basically you just connect them all together. And if you wanted to curve a little bit more, just stuff it some more. Now, I don't have a crown to show you how to sew it in. So I'm going to go ahead and make another one. Just so I can have, so now I'm going to have 3 gnomes, Mardi Gras gnomes. So this one will be, it should look like this, guys. I'm thinking I might try to make the crown around here since I already have 24 here. We'll play around. Thank you. But we are cutting it close, guys. And in about 8 minutes, we're going to go and head on over to Dawn and Margie for West Coast Wednesday. So let me go ahead and switch the camera. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know how to switch the camera. No, I'm done. I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around and try to figure it out. So we just do this. That way we don't have to sew. Because, you know, I don't like to sew. I'm going to try, and then it just dawned on me, why don't I just keep going this way? You know? So this is part 2, and then you can sew it to the crown, which is kind of like what I did here. I shoved all these in here, and then I just sewed around. What I did was I flipped this crown inside out, and I just whip stitched around and then popped it back. But I'm thinking I could make it easier on myself and just crochet a few times, back loop only or front loop only. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yes, this is basically your end project will look like, and you can tag these as you're sewing around, kind of like the pieces that are flipping up. You can make it go in, and that's what it looks like. And then I still haven't figured out the body. This one I'm going to make it into a girl gnome, and the body of it I'm going to use Dawn Aaron's My Days Mardi Gras yarn that she gave me, or that I purchased for the shirt and the arms. So that's it, and that's all. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Don't forget the thummies. And let me play this for you guys that have been here this whole time. And thank you for being here. I lost it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And let's head on over to Dawn's. Go make sure you use the potty, and then also get a drink. Make sure you're hydrated. Take care, everybody. Thank you.